Alright, Shalom. I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakad Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, and the true leaders of Israel today. And salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who risk their lives and their freedom to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds, who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Yakalia, and I'm out here another weekend to prophesy unto the people, the children of Israel. All right? I come to let you know of the mercies and judgments of Yahweh Shemeshai and the prophecies that are to come. All right? Because many things are to come, and there some major prophecies that are yet to come that we're looking forward to. And those major prophecies are the Mark of the Beast prophecy, which is a microchip, the World War III prophecy, and the return of Yahushai, which coincides with the launching of the ICBM missiles towards America to destroy her. But before America is destroyed, Yahushai will return and deliver the elect of the nation of Israel from the destruction in America, and the rest of the elect from the four corners of the earth. All right? And so with that, I'm out here to warn you of the things to come, especially with the major prophecy to come, man, which is that Mark of the Beast prophecy. First, I'll start in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." All right? So the Lord said to measure the time diligently. And so as a prophet of Yahweh Shemeshai, a member of the hopeful elect, all right, it is my duty to observe the times and to let y'all know what time it is. And it is clear through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemeshai that we're very close to the end of the rulership of the Edomites, and that these last remaining prophecies are very close to coming to pass. All right, and that Yahushua will return soon. Okay? So, based on what's going on in the world, you know, last week, some heavy stuff was happening regarding the World War III prophecy, right? Many things escalated then, and this week, you know, we're hearing of things such as the US putting sanctions on Russia's energy, which, you know what that affects, right? That's oil, that's light, right? Electricity is used to purify the water to make it be able to drink, and the large amount of things that it's used for to keep the cities running and the country running, right? And then you just have talks about Russia talking about their next step, which, you know, that's all a part of Bible prophecy, where the scriptures talk about wars and rumors of wars, right? We'll hear about that, but we do know that the World War III prophecy is written in Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. It shall come, right? So that's escalating very beautifully, right? But before that can manifest fully to the war of Armageddon, as it talks about in Revelation chapter 16, the Mark of the Beast prophecy has to be made mandatory. It has to manifest fully, that prophecy, okay? And so, when it comes to this Mark of the Beast prophecy, right? Actually, Salakia, before that, let me finish 2nd Ezra chapter 9 before I jump into that. And 2nd Ezra chapter 9 says, "Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world." Now, this is a sign, right? Because we know the prophecies, and so we watch them, and we see how they're being developed, and then we can see over time, and then we warn the people, oh, it's at this stage, it's at that stage, right? And when I say warn the people, I'm talking about the elect of the nation of Israel, This word is really for you that believe. All right? It's all about the elect, man. Okay? And so, observing the prophecies, and then it says, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Okay? So, man, the earthquakes, man, those earthquakes happen regularly. You can just Google earthquake, and there's a website that will come up, you know, that will show you all of the earthquakes that happen. And I checked it earlier today, and the earthquakes actually, I'll just get it, man. Because when you go to Google, right, there's a website called earthquake.usgs.gov, right? So it has .gov, so I'm going to assume it's a government-owned website of some sort. Probably by the United States, as it says USGS. But anyway, USGS magnitude 2.5 plus earthquakes in the past day. So it measures only those that are of a magnitude of 2.5. And it says right here, in the past day, 40 earthquakes, 40 earthquakes in the past day. And that's a lot, right? And you have it in regions of, boy, I don't even know what region this is, but the Red Village, Jido Islands region, you have it in Tonga, you have it in Papua New Guinea, and these are huge. These are 5.4, 4.6, 4.8. You have Fiji Islands, right? You have Hawaii, right? More in Fiji, so Fiji just been getting hit. You have in Guatemala, you have in the Southern Mariana, you have in Puerto Rico, and you have in China, Japan, and all of these happened today. November 30th, 2024, right? More in Japan. Japan just be getting hit, right? You have the Kermadec Islands, more in Puerto Rico. You have the US, what's this? The US Virgin Islands, Hawaii, Chile, Colombia, Alaska. Okay, so the earthquakes are happening continuously, and they're happening around the world, around the four corners of the world. And that's a sign of the end. And you know, some people, they get accustomed to it because, you know, the earthquakes happen frequently. And especially over here in the West, you know, there are earthquakes that happen that are devastating, but people kind of just, they're kind of in a laissez-faire kind of vibe with it. You know, it happens, but they don't really care that much. All right, people usually only care when things happen to them, right? Or people that they love, you know? But this is a sign of the end, okay? And then when it talks about the uproars of the people in the world, my goodness, the uproars of the people around the world, that been happening, all right? I forget exactly which year it was, but it was one of the years in 2020 or 2021, 2022, one of them, right? You had these massive uprising of the people around the world, man, okay? And I believe it was RT who deemed one of those years, it could have been 2020 or 2021, they deemed that year the year of uprisings of the people, which is really uproars of the people, man, which are the people going out into the streets, all right, protesting. They're upset about what's going on in the world. They're upset about what's going on in their countries. They're upset about what's happening to them. But that's what scripture says would happen, right? Because the scripture says, in the book of Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. All right? So, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Because when the righteous are ruling, who are us, the Israelites, when Yahushua returns, right? The world and the rest of the worlds around us, as it says in the scriptures, in my house there are many mansions, right? The world will be governed by righteousness, by way of the law, statutes, and commandments and of Yahweh Shemishai. And those laws are going to be beneficial unto the heathen, unto the people, unto the inhabitants thereof. So there will be no mourning and crying and going out into the streets, all right, when we're ruling. But because the wicked are ruling the so-called white man, all right, as it says in the book of Job, all right, chapter 9 and verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the so-called white man is ruling the Edomites, whose forefather is Esau, right? And they're the wicked. And what do the wicked do? The wicked do everything that's contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shai. So they don't establish anything righteous. They establish everything wicked. And when you look at this world today, it's clear to see. All right? So the wicked are ruling, and that's why you have the people uproaring, right? You have the heathen in an uproar, and you have even Edomites in uproars as well. Because, well, the wicked are ruling, man. And even though they're the wicked, they're still subject to a society that is vile and corrupt. And they too are out there even uproaring against the injustices and whatever else. Because first they have privileges, then they don't. You know? But everyone's in an uproar, right? And that's a sign of the times. And then even just recently, just this week, right? Even today, when you type in uproars, right? You have Georgian police arrest over 100 at anti-government protests. And that's what's been happening, man. The people of the world are protesting against their governments. And the governments are governed by whom? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, because they're in rulership. The scriptures say that they would have the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth, and that they will rule by the sword. So they're in full rulership, man. And all of these leaders of all these countries are subject to the wicked elite of Esau, Edom, right? And they all take mandates. And so that's why this whole situation with the mark of the beast, which is that microchip, is a worldwide event. All of the countries are developing it, man. Okay? So you have in Georgia these uproars of the people, right? And then when you just even go to Google, look at the, well, you can't see the time, but the time is 11:44, 1:44. Yapa, Kalhala, Yamya, Yahaba, Shimisha, Yapa. You know, I just seen that. But anyway, Georgian police arrest over 100 at anti-government protests. And then when you go to Google, right, you know, the Google AI has been becoming more smart these days, I'd say. More intelligent, is delivering more information as to what when you're looking for something. Because when I search protests into Google and I look at the news, it literally comes up, news about protests in Imran Khan. So Pakistan's capital is turned upside down by upending protests, right? So they've been having protests over there in Pakistan, right? Pakistan protests, all right? So whatever they're protesting about, all right? Then you have, I mentioned the one in Georgia, all right? But then you have in America as well, protests, right? And America's what? Mystery Babylon the Great, the whore that rideth the beast. Talks about that, Revelation chapter 17. Talks about Babylon being America in several places in the scripture, but in that place, talks about Mystery Babylon the Great. That's America, man. And in America, you have uproars, protesters. Why are they protesting? Because of the situation that's going on, that war. So you have that situation where you have those that are pro that are pro-Palestine, and then you have those that are pro-Israel, and then you have those that are anti-Israel who are pro-Palestine. And that's what they were out there protesting about. And they're protesting at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day. They were protesting at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, interrupted by protests leading to multiple arrests. So it goes back to the point of the scriptures, right? That is the main point of reference, that they're uppers of the people. And I just brought out some accounts of it happening, right? And there will be more and more and more to come, because we're heading into some very horrible days, right? But this is what's happening. Going back into 2nd Ezra chapter 9, and if I may have a quick drink. Going back into 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, right? Because everything was created from the very beginning. The blueprint was created by Yahweh. And then that blueprint was given to Yahweh Shai. And then Yahweh Shai and the Alahayim put everything into motion, man. Okay? So everything was set and determined from the very beginning. And that speaks to salvation as well for the elect. Because the elect were chosen from the very beginning, and nothing can change the path of an elect member, the journey of an elect member, right? And those that were made to be destroyed of our people that are not a part of the elect, they were always slated for destruction. There's nothing you can do to salvage them. And of course, we don't have no power. It's all in the hands of Yahweh Shemishai. So that goes to show you that we're nothing but vessels sent by the Lord to simply prophesy unto the people and let y'all know what time it is, which is the word of Yahweh Shemishai. All right? So then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like us all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So the end of the world is manifest. And I say the end of the world, but I'm not talking about the world that we live on. No, the kingdom of heaven is going to be established here. It's going to be renewed when Yahweh Shai returns. When I say the end of the world, I'm talking about the end of this age, the end of this period, right? When you look in the New Testament, you can find the word world in 3 different places, right? 3 different definitions rather in the Greek. So you have aeon, which refers to the time or age of perpetuity. You have cosmos, which refers to a harmonious body, which is us, the Israelites. And you have oikomene, which refers to the earth. But I'm referring to the end of this world, the end of this age, which is the age of the end of the Edomites, the end of the Edomite rule. All right? So, for like us all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. The end is manifesting in front of your eyes, right? Because you see the prophecies building up day in, day out. And you know, I speak as one who observes the prophecies day in, day out. And I can tell you, man, with confidence, that the way things are right now, the way that the systems are being built, the way that the world has been developing the system for that mark of the beast, and all the other prophecies, how they're developing, we're very close, man. We're very close. And really all it can take, with the way how things can happen so quickly, is one major event. One major event. Y'all know what happened in the 2000s. 9/11, that date, 9/11, how everything just changed suddenly. Then, when you look at that 2020 worldwide situation, how everything just changed so suddenly. And that situation expedited the system that they're putting in right now. The central bank digital currencies, the digital payment system, the digital IDs, right? They use that as an excuse to push it forward very quickly. And that's very great, because the sooner that this is over is the sooner that we're in the kingdom, man. All right? So Lord willing, all of these prophecies come to pass very soon. right? And since I'm on the topic of the mark of the beast, let's tap into it. Because this is the major prophecy that we're looking towards right now, man. Okay? And we have some developments that have happened. Okay? This week, regarding the mark of the beast prophecy. And I must bring it out. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So he causeth all. Who's he? The rulers of this kingdom today, the Edomites, the so-called white people, all right? Their ruling class, the wicked elite of Esau, Edom, which one of them died this week, right? Perished, okay? And he's gonna be reborn in the kingdom in chains. He's gonna be a slave, man. But it is that ruling class that has put this all in motion and have all of these leaders of all of these countries, both Edomites and heathen, okay, as puppets working for them to bring about their system, which is that NWO agenda. With at the peak of it is that microchip, right? And the prophecy says that he intends to microchip the entire world. It doesn't matter who you are. That's why it says small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So the prophecy has to do with buying and selling. Hence, the digital payment system, the move towards contactless payments, right? Y'all know about the credit cards. We all have a credit card or a debit card, right? Which is a swipe and go kind of thing. But recently, the devil been pushing towards something else, right? Biometric payments, okay? Biometric payments and mobile payments, which the mobile payments, when you look at the phone, you can say, in a sense, is a precursor to the microchip. Because the way the phone is operating right now is that it is storing all of your information on it, all of your personal information. People store everything on it. And now it's being used as a device to make payments, mobile payment system, right? So it's in a way getting people used to the idea of living in this kind of way. It's gradually getting people used to it. And so now people are attaching their cards to their phones, right? And these phones have NFC technology in them, man, okay? Which a few years ago, Apple, you know, their phones always had it within it, but then they activated it, right? They activated that NFC technology, which the NFC technology is a part of how this microchip will work. RFID technology, the Internet of Things, all right? The idea of these smart cities, all right? All of these things play in together for that beast system that they're bringing in, okay? So you have the buying and selling portion of it, and then you have not only these devices that are used to gradually get people used to it, but then you have the literal and actual microchip being used. People in Sweden are literally being microchipped the same way how it says that people will be microchipped, man. Okay? Because when you break down the word mark, you have the Hebrew word charagma, which is a stamp and imprinted mark, which is a physical microchip. Then when you break it down further, you have the Karax, which is the device used to administer it. And you can Google these images, man, right? I suggest you do. Google RFID microchip, go to YouTube, they have it, right? And so people are microchipped, and they use the Karax, which is that device to microchip, and they're using it to make payments. They're using it at vending machines. They're using it at for transportation. They're using it, man. And then other individuals around the world, you know, you have these individuals called biohackers and individuals such as them who you know, it's a joy to them to be merged with technology. So being merged with this microchip technology is nothing for them. You have people in America like this Chip Girl, literally she's called Chip Girl, right? That advertises that, oh, she's microchipped and she's walking around her house and she's opening the doors and cabinets and everything, right? While she's microchipped. This is the technology that they intend to make mandatory worldwide, okay? And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? So you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have the microchip. It's plain, right? Because if you don't have the microchip, you can't go to the grocery store, you can't eat, you can't buy. And then for those of you that are like, oh, I'll go to the vendors or I'll go to this place or that place. Nah, fam. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. It says buy or sell. So those who sell are going to be required to be a part of the system in order for them to continue selling. And then in order to buy from them, they're going to be on the system, they're going to have it set up, you're going to have a microchip. So essentially, really, you will no longer be a part of society, okay? You'll no longer be a part of society. You'll be excluded if you don't take the microchip, which is that mark of the beast, man. That is the intention of the devil. And so when he does that, he puts your back against the wall. And if you don't have faith in Yahweh Shimei Shai, you're going to be taken and you're going to be you're going to run to Esau and say, all right, let me take this microchip because I need to continue living. But that's going to be until your death, man. All right? There's no life here. And so that's what the prophet of Yahweh Shimei Shai prophesying unto you people, man, regarding this prophecy. All right? Because there's judgment for it as well. Okay? In Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So if you worship the beast or his image, essentially, if you bow down to the system, right? Because when you bow down to the system, you would have worshipped Esau and accepted him as your salvation, right? To escape the perils. So you would have turned your back against Yahweh Shimei Shai. This is for you Israelites, right? Only we can be saved. The Lord is going to destroy you if you take it. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shimei Shai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And that Lamb is Yahushua. So you will be destroyed. And the final ultimate judgment, is death by thermonuclear fire. Okay? America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. That is the second death. That is the lake of fire. All right? You don't have no chance for salvation if you take that microchip. Okay? So I've explained the judgment, what it is, and that part in the hand. But the prophecy in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16 says, I'll read it again, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So I spoke about the hand where people are microchipped, but it mentions the forehead. And that forehead technology has come out in recent times. All right? We learned about the brain microchip when Elon Musk, all right, was put out there by the wicked elite of Esau Edom as the new face, all right, of being a billionaire and being this so-called great person, all right? But you know what Elon Musk really is? He's another idol set up by the wicked elite of Esau Edom, because their previous idol that was set up for this such position was Mr. Mr. Gates, Mr. B. Gates, you know? You know, I stuttered a little there because they be striking videos for saying certain things, but you know what it is, okay? So they had Mr. B Gates at first set up as an idol for implementing technology and stuff like that, right? But that idol started to fall when more information came out about certain systems, and then you have certain medias that come out, right, which denounced him and his situation. So Issa Edom said, okay, they've lost faith in Bill Gates and whatever he's pushing, so let's set up a new idol. And so they set up this new idol, which is Elon Musk, which you can see that the people around in the world, they exalt him. And this is a vile person that they exalt, man. This is an Edomite that they exalt, right? This is a witch that they exalt. This is a warlock, all right? This Elon Musk person is a warlock, man. And I would dare say a high-level warlock among their ranks. Because you know, when they talk about this MAGA thing, when you look at MAGA and the spirit behind what MAGA is, right? And I'm not trying to stray too far from the Mark of the Beast prophecy, but I just want to talk on this a little bit. The MAGA thing, you think that MAGA is make America great again, but MAGA in the Latin, right? MAGA, M-A-G-A, literally Google it. It says noun, MAGA, female first. It says a MAGA is a witch, an enchantress, a magician. So these words have a spirit behind it. And so when they're saying MAGA, 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 right? The wicked elite of East Edom, they know what kind of spirit they're pushing. Witchcraft, that's what America is. And that's what America spreads. Witchcraft. And so when you have Elon Musk, a part of this MAGA thing, right? And the rest of the people following that spirit, they don't even know what spirit they're following, man. Okay? But they follow that perverse spirit that's in Egypt, which is America. And then you have Elon talking about that he's not just MAGA, but he's dark MAGA. So when you look at the connotations of all of that, and knowing that MAGA is really a witch and entails, what does a witch do? It deals with witchcraft, sorcery, and stuff like that. They're letting you know what kind of people they are. Dark MAGA, he's a warlock, man. Okay? So they set up this new warlock as an idol for you people. Okay? And this Elon Musk person, with his ascension to the top, he has developed his brain microchip. Okay? And that is the microchip in the forehead. Right? The brain microchip. Alright? So, Elon Musk came out with his microchip technology, and that thing is called Neuralink. Okay? And Neuralink, for those of you that don't know, Neuralink is a neurotechnology company. Neuralink Corp is an American neurotechnology company that has developed, as of 2024, implantable brain-computer interfaces. It was founded by Elon Musk and a team of 8 scientists and engineers. Neuralink was launched in 2016 and was first publicly reported in March 2016. Right? So they've been working on this. This devil been working on this entire NWO agenda, this entire microchip for decades. Decades. Alright? Even before I was born, these devils have had plans to bring about this system. Alright? And so you have Elon Musk bringing about this brain chip technology, and he's bringing it very boldly to the world, right? And it has developed to the point where it not only is being trialed on animals, but it very quickly developed into human trials. And now you have human trials that are microchipped in the brain, in the head, right? Now let's get into it. All right, so this week, the development of the Mark of the Beast prophecy, which is a microchip, the development, most recent development of Elon Musk brain microchip, Elon Musk Neuralink greenlit for first brain chip trial outside US. All right, so they have conducted brain trial microchips in the US on humans, and it has been successful, okay? And now they're branching out to other areas. And that first area is Canada. Neuralink, Elon Musk brain computer interface, BCI startup, has received approval from Health Canada to begin recruitment for its first clinical trial in the country. Salakio. The approval marks a significant milestone in Neuralink's quest to develop technology that enables individuals with paralysis to control external devices using only their thoughts. Now that is quite miraculous, isn't it? They're advertising this brain technology that when you're microchipped in the brain, that you'll be able, by way of your thoughts, communicate with external devices, communicate with technology. Right? According to a statement released by Neuralink on November 20th, the Canadian trial will focus on evaluating the safety and initial functionality The Canadian trial will focus on evaluating the safety and initial functionality of its implant for people with quadriplegia, the paralysis of all four limbs. Right, because when this technology first came out, Elon Musk was advertising his brain chip technology to be able to do these miraculous things, such as make paraplegic people, people that are confined to wheelchairs, that their legs don't work again, to be able to walk again. He said that he'll make blind people see again. These are miraculous things in this world, man. Okay? And this devil is selling it to you people as such, to be able to cure things that are incurable right now. That is a part of the deception of the devil. Okay? That's why when I read in Revelation 14 and verse 9, it says deceive them, right? Because he's going to deceive you into taking it. And one of the ways he's going to deceive you is promising you that it will be able to heal you from such things and do such miraculous things. This is the will of the devil, man. Okay? The implant aims to restore all right, Salakio, I'm back. Okay, so it says The implant aims to restore autonomy by allowing users to control digital devices through thought alone, right? Through thought. So imagine being able to control electronics just by thinking. This is their goal. Canada's University Health Network Hospital announced that its Toronto facility has been selected to perform the complex neurosurgical procedures required for the implant. The Canadian trial mirrors Neuralink's efforts in the US, where the company has already implanted the device in 2 patients as part of its precise robotically implanted brain-computer interface study. It aims to access the safety and functionality of Neuralink's BCI technology for individuals with severe motor impairment. And you know, when I think about this, you know, right now they're selling it to be able to do miraculous things for people to walk again, for people to see. But when I'm reading between the lines, when they're saying that people will be able to control technology by way of their thoughts, then because they've started the trials on those that like have certain illnesses, but really it's for everyone, right? It's for everyone. Because when they're saying that individuals will be able to control the technology by the brain microchip with their mind, then anybody can take it, because anybody will just take the microchip and use it to control technology, right? You know, there's a show that came out. I don't remember the name, Salakia, but it's a show that came out in the UK, and it's about this girl, right? In the show, you have this girl who has a brain microchip, right? And she's in the hospital, and she has her parents there. And what she's showing you is that after the surgery of being brain microchipped, she's able to control technology simply with her thoughts and with her brain. The devil shows you in his media his intentions and his goal, right? You can go to YouTube. It's kind of hard to find, to be honest. But if you type in like, brain microchip black girl or something like that, or brain microchip black girl UK or something like that, you'll be able to find it, man. She literally controls everything with her brain by the microchip. And so here it is, not just in a television show, but the literal goal of the wicked elite of Esau Edom, right? They're showing you Neuralink commenced its first human clinical trial in January 2024 by implanting a BCI device in a patient named Nolan Arbo. Musk posted on Twitter, the first human received an implant from Neuralink yesterday and is recovering well. So even though it's in a trial status, it's showing you that the brain microchip is in fact functioning, because the individual been microchipped and they're functioning well. Which goes to show you the progress of it. Which goes to show you that it's here, in a way, right? The US Food and Drug Administration granted approval, right? August 2024, the company reported that its second participant, referred to as Alex, had received his Neuralink implant, according to its official blog. Alex has been improving his ability to play video games and has started learning how to use computer-aided design software to work on 3D objects. Right? Because when this happened, the articles came out that this person was able to play Counter-Strike, which is a video game, on the computer using his brain. Is that not miraculous? Is that not something great in this world? And I say this world, okay? I say this world, this period of time, right? Ruled by the Edomites, okay? It says taking an idea, putting it as a design, and actually having a physical item as a finished product makes me feel like I'm building things again, right? Because once again, this mark is a physical mark and it's the microchip. All right? So, Neuralink's journey has not been without controversy, of course, you know, but just jumping straight to the point, this figure encompasses all animals. Musk has expressed willingness to personally receive a Neuralink implant. In December 2022, he stated he would be comfortable implanting one of the chips into his own children's brains. So this is the brain microchip, man. And he realized I said miracle after miracle after miracle because I must get this next precept regarding the mark of the beast prophecy. Revelation chapter 19 and verse 20, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles, which is the Roman Catholic Church, that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them. With which he deceived them. That had received the mark of the beast. So there's going to be great deception, right? Great deception to trick people into taking the microchip. And here it is. All of these miraculous things that it's doing, all of these promised things that it's saying that it will do. People will take onto these ways, man. Okay? But our people are going to be destroyed for it. Okay? And them that worshipped his image, those that bent the knee to the system, right, and accept the system for what it is, and want to stay in the system and be a part of it, which is what you're saying is that you want to be a part of Esau's kingdom, a kingdom of death and abomination, right? The Lord gonna destroy you. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. A lake of fire burning with brimstone. Once again, that lake of fire will be a miracle which will be utterly destroyed, utterly obliterated by Yahweh Shemishai, by way of the missiles, and by Yahweh and the angels. Alright? So there's great deception coming, man. And then, today, I discovered something else regarding this brain chip technology. And my goodness, this is an interesting one. Okay? So, there's something new that has come out. So Neuralink reports green light to study brain-controlled robotic arms. Right? And now you may be thinking robotic arms controlled by the brain. Are you thinking about robotic arms that are attached to people? No, fam. It's not that. Okay? But I'm going to bring it out. Neuralink said it has received a green light for a new clinical study to test the feasibility of connecting its brain-computer interface chip with a robotic arm. The company said it would allow severely paralyzed patients
Victory Mobile, providers of dual SIM smartphones, 10 Premier Plaza, Halfway Tree. Call them at 631-7535. See you there. Black Friday Madness. Victory Mobile will sell dual SIM 16-bit phone with $9,500. $9,500? You think that by yet? You won't hear the price on the Samsung. Come to the store Friday and you will find out. Deals on Samsung, man, deals on Blue, crazy. Huawei, LG, Lord of mercy. Black Friday, Victory.
All right, Salakia. I just had to wait for the noise to pass by. But anyway, Neuralink said it has, Salakia, the company said it would allow severely paralyzed patients currently signed up to receive the implant through its prime safety trial to also cross-enroll in a new study named Convoy. Prime includes volunteers who have lost the use of their hands due to a cervical spinal cord injury or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, the neurodegenerative condition known as ALS. This is an important first step towards restoring not only digital freedom, but also physical freedom. So they're selling physical freedom with digital freedom, right? And they're making it synonymous, right? The idea of technology being the way and being the way of the future. And the brain chip technology and overall the microchip technology, right? Neuralink posted that. Elon Musk, the owner of both of these companies, earlier this year also proposed one day connecting Neuralink's wireless chip with parts of the humanoid Optimus robot being developed elsewhere in his portfolio at the automaker Tesla. Neuralink announced in January that it had successfully implanted its device in the company's first human patient and later demonstrated video of the user using his mind to play a computer game of chess. Using his mind to play a computer game of chess. In addition to operating a cursor to play music and control other programs. So it's functioning. Yo man, it's close. Because once it's functioning, it's ready. So it's only a matter of time. All right. So I mentioned that humanoid robot, right? If you go to Google, and I watched it earlier, if you go to Google and you type in humanoid Optimus robot, right? A few, for those, you know, yeah, you can watch these videos and it will give you an update, right? And one of the updates, it was saying that basically what Elon Musk is really selling is that these humanoid Optimus robots, which if you can look at it, they're literal robots, right? What he's saying, what I just read, is he's saying that these robots are going to be able to be controlled by the brain microchip. That's what he's selling now. That's the new thing. So it's not just trials in America and successful trials in America and then expanding trials to Canada. And of course, it's going to be a worldwide expansion. He's also saying that by way of this brain microchip, you'll be able to control a robot or control a robot. We have some very trying times ahead, man. Some very trying times. Okay? Because how successful is that technology right now? The devil, the way this devil works, man, he doesn't just reveal all of the technology he has. I'm pretty sure that this robot technology is well advanced already. All right? Well advanced. Okay? It's just a matter of time as to when they want to unleash hell and fury upon the world to bring about their NWO and to make their microchip mandatory worldwide. That is the prophecy at hand. Okay? So these things will continue to develop and of course they will be reported on. Okay? Because we're watchmen set by Yahweh Shemishai. Okay? And so Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10 says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, and this is the times that we're coming towards. All of this is being developed, but we're heading into some terrible, terrible times, man. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. And the word world I mentioned earlier in this camp out here, okay, that the three different definitions for world, and in the right here the word world is oikoumene. So it's the entire world. It don't matter whether you're Israelites or heathen. The wicked elite of Esau Edom wants to microchip everyone, and everyone will be faced with this. But in regards to salvation and not taking the microchip, that is only for you, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? This is for you. And so this hour of temptation is really for us. Okay? And the hour of temptation, right? Because we're going to be in the time of Jacob's trouble. A time like never before. Plus we're going to be experiencing famine, pestilence, terrible times. Okay? And because of these terrible times, people are going to be like, oh no, what are we going to do? We can't eat. I've already seen so many family members perish. And now they're telling me in order for me to eat, in order for me to be in these safe zones and in these safe spots, and not out in the wilderness to fend for myself and to perish, I'm going to have to take this microchip? The majority of our people will nod their head and say, yeah, we'll take the microchip. And those people are slated for destruction. They're going to be destroyed. Okay? This word is only for the elect of the nation of Israel, man. It's all about the elect. But that hour of temptation is coming. Okay? And it says, in Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 1, it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. All right, Egypt is America. Okay, woe to you that go down to Egypt for help and stay on chariots and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh. Right? So many of our people are going to run to the so-called white man because that spirit of Egypt, right, which is the spirit of America, is the spirit of Esau Edom, which is the spirit of the wicked. Okay? It's all tied together as one. And then that wickedness from Esau, their main hub being America, that has gone to the four corners of the earth, to all of the all nations, man. And so wickedness has increased. Okay? But woe unto you Israelites, man, that will run to Esau Edom in the time of the hour of temptation and say, you will take the microchip and you will forsake Yahweh Shemishai. Isaiah 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, says the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me. So our people take counsel, but not of the Lord Yahweh Shemishai. They take counsel in everything except for the Lord. Okay? Goes to show you how far away they've gone. They worship everything except for Yahweh Shemishai. They worship the false gods which don't exist, the false idols. They'll worship anything. They'll worship themselves, anything, before they worship Yahweh Shemishai. And because they worship not Yahweh Shemishai, they put on a spirit, a covering of wickedness, a covering of no benefit, a covering of flesh. Right? Because to not dwell with Yahweh Shemishai is to dwell in flesh. To be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life. And so this world is one that is to be carnally minded. And so when you dwell in the spirit of this world, you dwell in death. Alright? But not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Right? That walk to go down into Egypt. Alright, Egypt, America again. Remember in Revelation it says that place which is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. Right? Egypt, that place where we were brought to again. Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. where we've had to serve out this final captivity under the Edomites, all right, and spiritually Sodom, as you can see what's going on in that land, man, and the rest of the world too. The same spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah is within America. The same spirit of Egypt is within America. The same spirit of Babylon is within America. Okay? America is that place of confusion. It's that mingled place of all of these vile, abominable spirits. Right? And our people take on to that and turn their back to Yahweh Shemishai. So the judgment will be destruction. Okay? That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. It's to trust in the shadow of Egypt and to strengthen themselves in Pharaoh. All right? To listen to the leaders of their countries, which are all either Edomite leaders, right? Or leaders of heathen that are controlled by the Edomites, right? The wicked elite of Esau, Edom, that trust in those individuals, man. Okay, and that's going to lead you to your destruction. And to trust in the shadow of Egypt, which once again is that spirit, that covering, right? You must cover yourself with the spirit of Yahweh Shemishai, man. I have faith in Yahweh Shemishai, all right? Because that's all we're going to have in the last days. Because Jacob's trouble is coming, man. Jacob's trouble is coming. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. He who? The elect of the nation of Israel. Those whose names are written in the book of life, man. Those are the ones that will be saved. Right? In Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8, it says, 1/3 shall be preserved and 2/3 shall be cut off and die in America. Right? So 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed. Those individuals will take the microchip willingly as a way to escape the perils and are going to be destroyed. But the elect will hold on until Yahushua returns. And the elect will hold on through death, as well as we know that certain trials are coming for the elect of the nation of Israel. Because Jacob's trouble is going to be terrible, man. Very, very terrible. Right? Because first of all, the Lord is bringing certain judgment. Right? In 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17, the prophet Ezra saw it. He saw the vision from the Lord that gave it to him, and he said, woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? And these are the kind of days that are coming, right? I mean, terrible things are coming, indescribable things are coming. It is going to be like a day like never before upon us as a nation. The Lord is going to be bringing calamities to the world. You're going to be faced with the mark of the beast, which is that microchip. The famine is going to be about, I mean, my goodness. And it's going to be a time upon the nation of Israel like never before. And the times that we've been through have been some horrible times. So imagine this time to come. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? You see how it says the powers shall stand in fear? All of the leaders of these countries, right? Those that are in charge, when things are happening, things are just going to get out of control, man. Things are going to get out of control. And things are going to be so horrible that they're going to be afraid as well. Everybody's going to be afraid of the times to come. But the elect of the nation of Israel won't have the spirit of fear, man. All right? There will be moments indeed where the flesh, because we're in flesh, the flesh will feel oh no. You know what I'm saying? When you see certain things happening. Because in the book of I think it's Wisdom of Solomon. Let me see. Or is it Ecclesiastes? Ecclesiasticus. I'm looking for spirits made for vengeance. Let me see. Con. In Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 and verse 28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made him. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance, right? So everything has a spirit to it. And spirits of vengeance are coming, man. And Lord knows what else will manifest in those times, what other spirits, right? So you ought to want to be covered by Yahweh Shemi Shai in those days. Okay? Going back to 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? That is the question you should be asking yourself. What shall you do when the evil shall come? For me, there's literally no way out except for Yahweh Shemi Shai protecting me, man. There's no other way. There's no other way. Without Yahweh Shemi Shai, I'm through. That's what I believe. And Lord willing, in those days until the very end, that I can endure until the end and that we can endure until the end. All of you that sincerely believe, man, and that are fighting day in, day out. Okay? That you endure to the end and that Yahweh Shai will save you and save us and save me in the days to come, man. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. A lot of our people are going to get caught out there before even the missiles arrive. All right? The Lord is going to destroy them in all sorts of ways. All right? The famine is going to tear them up. The pestilence is going to tear them up. All right? The beasts are going to tear them up. I mean, the Lord said it. And it says in, I think it's Jeremiah, let's see. Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 4. It says, they shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the earth, upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine. And their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. So they shall die of grievous deaths. The deaths aren't going to be pleasant. People are going to be ravaged out here. And you think these deaths are going to be instant? Nah, man. The Lord can have you, I mean, goodness. The Lord can have you attacked by an animal and you're still alive while the animal is tearing you apart still and feeding on you. That's a very terrifying thought. And there are many terrifying thoughts. Right? So going back to 2nd Ezra chapter 16, behold, verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Salakio. It says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So you see, that further goes to show you the election, right? Because the elect would meditate upon Yahweh Shemishai. The elect will meditate upon Yahweh Shemishai until the end. But the wicked of our people, it says, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of scourges. So even when they're being smitten, right? Or smote, I think that's a better word, smote, by the Lord, they still won't think upon the Lord Yahweh Shemishai. They will still call upon whatever false idols and whatever they worship and whatever false gods they worship and stuff like that. So even in their moments of judgment, they're not going to be thinking about the Lord Yahweh Shemishai. All right? There's a precept I was thinking of that, Lord willing, it can come to mind. It's in the book of Jeremiah. Bear with me 1 second, Salakio. It says, if were they not ashamed. All right, I bring it from here. Jeremiah chapter 8. I found it. Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 15. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed. So our people aren't ashamed, they don't repent. Right? And if you don't repent, you don't have no chance for salvation. All right, if you don't repent and have faith in Yahweh Shemishai, you don't have no chance, man. So they're not ashamed. Nay, they were not at all ashamed. Neither could they blush. Therefore they shall fall among them that fall. At the time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, said the Lord Yahweh. So all people, they don't care. They're unrepentant, and they're going to take the microchip willingly, which is that mark of the beast. They're going to go down into Egypt for help willingly. They're going to go to Esau willingly for help. And then it's going to be unto their own destruction. Going back, 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 21, it says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evil grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Right? You know, the scriptures say, when they shall say peace and safety, then shall sudden destruction cometh upon them. Right? Because that's one thing that's going to come upon them when they take that microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Right? They're going to think, oh, finally, I'm out of that situation I'm in. I can finally go back to my life as I knew it. Nah, man. Yahushua will literally be right around the corner and will destroy you. Okay? And so those are temporary false comforts. All right? And they will think that the food, because they can still buy food even when famine is increasing and stuff like that, because the famine low-key has already started in a way, right? Low-key, we're already experiencing inflation, right? We're already experiencing shortages of certain food products, right? And it's only a matter of time Because this world war can cause the ships to stop going to the countries. And I don't know the import and export rates of every single country out there in the world, but I know that out here in Jamaica, 90% of the goods, if that's the correct number, it should be there in, there out, are imported. The grocery stores replenish like twice a week with goods. So it don't take nothing, 1 or 2 weeks, 2 weeks I'd say, for the food to just be gone. And then it's famine, right? So for now, you can buy certain things cheaper and you think things are fine, but evils are increasing day in, day out. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. There's a scripture in the book of Ezekiel that talks about that, right? Con. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 15. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, he that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. So you can't escape the judgment of Yahweh Shemishai. Alright? Because, you know, you have people, they're called preppers, right? They see what's going on. They at least keep up with current events, something that a lot of our people don't do, right? But they keep up with the current events and they're like, oh, based on how the society is going, let me do this, let me do that, let me live outside of the city, let me try and be self-sustainable. But yo, the time that's coming, the cities shall have famine, and then those that are outside, you know, the every man for himself kind of vibe, you know? Because in the times to come, there's martial law that's coming, and the cities are going to be certain sanctuaries and certain quote-unquote safe zones, especially for those who take the market chip. Then those who don't take it, you know, will be out there still slated for destruction, right? Some of them will receive that judgment. People will be out there thinking that, oh, I'm going to be fine, I'm going to live off of the land and whatever else. But others are going to be doing the same, and they're going to be hungry. So it's going to be a war out there. It's going to be a fight out there, out in the city, outside of the city, out in the countryside and stuff. It's going to be war. So you can't escape the judgment of Yahweh Shemishai, man. Okay? Back to 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 23. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. Right, because there's going to be mass death, which is mass judgment from Yahweh Shemishai, upon the wicked of our people, and of course upon the heathen again. Upon the heathen. Alright, and only the elect of the nation of Israel, as salvation is only for us, will be preserved. But because of the mass death, there won't be time to bury the bodies. People won't have time to lament and to mourn the dead. People are going to be in survival mode. That's how horrible it's going to be. And then you can imagine the dead bodies out in the street. And those dead bodies out in the street decaying as the corpses. And as those massive amounts of dead bodies are decaying, can you imagine what kind of thing could come from it? What kind of disease or plague can come from it? That those same bodies could have had a certain plague or disease or pestilence on it before. And the Lord could have a pestilence that is just going around, just easily, just in the air. Severe judgment is coming. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. The earth shall be wasted. Right? Very terrible, terrible, terrible times are coming, man. Terrible times. And that's why the person of Yahweh Shimei Shai out there to warn you, tell you what is to come. Alright? And so it says in 2nd Ezra chapter 9, and verse 7, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Once again, the elect will be protected, and the elect were chosen from the very beginning. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. Nobody, no Israelite will be able to say, oh boy, I didn't see the prophet of Yahweh Shimei Shai out there. I didn't see or encounter the videos on YouTube. They would have no excuse. Alright? They would have heard the word of Yahweh Shimei Shai, and it can be as simple as somebody walking past me right now. They walk past and they see me out here prophesying, and they walk past and they hear it and they just keep walking. You would have heard. Verse 10, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that had loathed my law while they had yet liberty, mercy and repentance. The gates of repentance are still open, man. Alright? They're still open. The prophets of Yahweh Shimei Shai are still out there able to prophesy. The hour of temptation has not come as yet. Right? We're not in Jacob's trouble as yet. Now is the time to get right and repent. And I'm not saying that you're going to be perfect as we're in the chains of darkness, we're in this flesh. Right? But your walk must be one within the spirit of Yahweh Shimei Shai. And they that had loathed my law, while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain. And therefore, so the judgment, death by pain. So the judgments are going to be painful. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Right? The elect of the nation of Israel. The elect, the elect, the elect. Alright, that's what it's about. Yahweh Shai, when he returns, he's delivering the 1/3 out of America and the rest of the elect from the four corners of the earth. And your hope should be a part of the elect, man. It's all about the elect. Okay? And as for the rest of you non-elect members, you know, if I go down in 2 Ezra 9 verse 22, it says, let the multitude perish then which were born in vain, and let my grape and vine be kept. That grape and vine is the elect, which are being nourished the day in, day out by the Spirit of Yahweh Shemishai, all right, and are growing day in, day out, all right, and will be able to bear the days that are to come, to handle the days to come, because wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation in those days, man. Okay? But for you people that don't believe, death and destruction. All right? And this is wisdom. And this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 19 to end. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. This is an unrighteous generation, right? A seed of evildoers, right? Laden with iniquity. That is our people that don't turn to Yahweh Shemishai. So horrible will be the end of this generation, man. And the Lord has a very severe judgment to end it all. To end this world, right? To end the rulership of the so-called white man who are the Edomites, and to establish righteousness here on earth when Yahushua comes and delivers the elect to the nation of Israel. So with that, Shalom, once again, to the apostles of Great Millstone, the elders, and Shalom to all of the Akim who push this word in truth and sincerity, day in, day out, fighting, striving, right? Day in, day out, through the Spirit, hoping to be delivered and saved, hoping to endure until the end. Shalom to you all, man. Keep fighting and keep enduring, because we're very close to the end, and it's only a matter of time. So with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodesh. Shalom. Kal Hallelujah. Yahweh Shemishai. Shalom.